Hello. Often on my phone, as I'm sure probably happens to you too, I'll get these messages where it's clearly a scammer trying to start a conversation, I guess, in the hope that I will divulge some personal information or something. I don't know if anybody ever falls for these things, but anyway, I thought I would go through the ones on my phone. They're only saved up to 2023 because that's the last time my phone broke. Um, but yeah, just go through all these messages I've gotten and just rank them for effectiveness. Rank them by how much they intrigue me, how much they make me want to answer. So, in last place, we've got, hey, are you at home? Can we talk? Because anytime I get that message from anyone, I'm terrified. Like I'm stressed out. Like that sounds like an unpleasant conversation with that tone. And it just makes me, I don't want to answer that. It makes me want to just like throw my phone in a fucking paper shredder or something, which would probably break the paper shredder, but it makes me not want my phone anymore. Um, then up from that, number 12, we've got Where Are You Now? Which is a scary message to get. It's very demanding to just out of nowhere you get a message on your phone. It's like, where are you right now? It's like, are you coming there? Are you trying to pinpoint my location? Like, what's happening here? That frightens me in a different way than the one in last place, but regardless, still very frightening. Then we have, hi, may we be continue? Which, you know, it's not proper grammar, and I'm not some kind of asshole where it's just like, oh, if you make a grammatical mistake in a text, I'm never talking to you again. But for that to be your first message, like you'd think you'd want to craft these things to some extent and put some thought into it, like what'll be an engaging way to get this person on the hook. So, hi, may we be continue just is not doing it for me. It's as simple as that. But it kind of makes me feel like a jerk to not want to be continue with them. Just because they don't know how to write properly. But I'm a snob, I guess. Number 10 is just hello. It's just lowercase hello, no punctuation, no frills, just hello, which is fine. It's fine. It's in 10th place. It's the bare minimum. And somebody might respond to that, like they might be like, "Hello, who is this?" And then at least you got a dialogue going. But there's no personality to it. There's no character there, so I can't rank it very high. But I get it, at least on some level. Number 9 is, would you be interested having dinner together tonight? Which this one just does not appeal to me at all. It's like having dinner with somebody is like, supposed to be like a nice, relaxing time. I don't want to have dinner with this complete stranger. Like, what about this am I supposed to be excited about? I don't, are you paying for dinner? Like, what's going on? What's in it for me? And it's just like, and also tonight too. That's very demanding. It's like, no, not can we schedule dinner plans for next week once I explain to you who I am and why you might want to attend. It's just like dinner now. Are you in or out? And it's like, I'm out. I'm sorry. All right, number 8 is, hello, John. My name is Bella. I will arrive at the office tomorrow morning at 7 sharp to start the meeting. If you receive it, please answer. I have no fucking idea what this is, and that almost makes me love it, because there is no way in hell that this would work. Like, no, I can't see how. My name's not John. I don't know anyone named Bella. If they told me to come to work at 7 a.m., I would be like, that's weird. No, thank you. And it's just every part of this is wrong. And it's just like I just don't understand, why would you take a risk like this? There's so many ways it can go wrong, and for me it went wrong in every single way. So it's like, why would you do this? It's almost to the point where I wonder if it's like some advanced mind game where they know that I'm just going to be so puzzled by this that I'm going to want to follow up, like I'm going to write back and be like, well, this must be a real person named Bella really messaging somebody named John, because if this is like a ploy, it's a terrible ploy. So that maybe that's what makes it a genius ploy, because then I'm going to message Bella and I'm going to be like, oh, sorry, Bella. This is not John. I think you have the wrong number, but I hope your meeting goes swimmingly. And then she would be like, give me your credit card information and your passport. And I'd be like, yep, here you go. So, maybe they're playing like 3D chess with me while I'm playing checkers. I don't know. It might be too advanced for me. Number 7. Hi, how's it going? Doing anything fun this week? Which is not a bad one because it's like cordial. It's got a nice tone to it. Um, but the issue is that it's too demanding. They're asking me 2 questions here. They're asking me, how's it going? And am I doing anything fun this week? Which I hate when people ask me if I'm doing anything fun this week, because no, I am not. It's just like I have to make something up. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna gonna go to a movie, gonna try to read a book and fall asleep on the couch, it's like I'm doing stuff that I think is fun, that I really enjoy, but I don't think you want to hear about it. It's just it's a loaded question, you know, and so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to not only answer, how am I doing in the present, but like, what are my plans for the future? What do I have going on? It's too much. It's too much. I'm I'm not willing to divest enough time into this for this scam to be even minimally effective for me. Now, this is another risky one at number 6. Do you have time to go shopping on Rodeo Drive with me? So, as far as I know, there is no street around where I live named Rodeo Drive, which is not a surprise. I do wonder. I don't think it's Drive. I think it's Rodeo Avenue or something like that. But there is a big street called Rodeo in Santa Fe, and I do have a Santa Fe phone number for reasons I will not get into. Um, so maybe they saw my area code and they were like trying to personalize a little bit of it. But regardless, they got the name of the street wrong, even if that's what they were trying to do. And once again, it's just this unnecessary risk, you know. But then this is what makes this one special: is they actually followed up a couple days later, and they said, "You forgot my message, didn't you?" And this is the only one of these people to follow up later, which, I admire the initiative. And, it does like trigger some guilt in me. Like, what if this is, a person who just wanted to go shopping with me? And, now I've ignored them because I made an assumption. And now they're very sad. I don't want them to be sad. So I'm gonna I'm gonna send them my blood and my fingerprints and a scan of my face, to make it up to them. Number 5 is, hey! Exclamation point. How is your day turning out? Which is not bad. It's just one question. It's not overly demanding, and it's a pretty simple question to answer. You can just be like, bad, good. It's not as intensive as relay to me the upcoming events of your week. So it's not bad, but it's nothing special. Number 4 is, how time flies! Exclamation point. How have you been recently? Which is pretty good. I mean, it's very cordial. it sounds like something maybe an old friend would say who you haven't seen in a while. It's like, oh, I'm sorry we haven't talked in so long. Time really flies, doesn't it? It activates something in me, I think, because I'm not that good in keeping in touch with people. There are lots of people who I should reach out to and and say something, old friends and stuff, and I'm just not good at being mindful of that. So it does trigger my guilt a little bit, and it does seem like something somebody who actually wanted to hear from you would say. So pretty good. Number 3, how was your day? Can we meet for lunch tomorrow? My treat. Now, the dinner one, I was just like, no, why? Why would I want to do that? No, thank you. But this one, that's still my first reaction. But then I have this delayed reaction where I'm like, you're going to buy me lunch? Like, now there's something in it for me. Now, if I'm willing to meet this person at a second location, I'm going to get a lunch out of it. Like, that's pretty good. So this is one of the few messages here where there's actually something on the line where if I respond, I will get something tangible in return, allegedly. And I appreciate that. It just makes it more appealing. Number 2 is guess who I am, followed by 2 star eyes emojis. And now I wasn't sure what the star eye emoji signified, so I looked it up, and apparently, according to Google, the star eyes emoji typically signifies a feeling of extreme excitement, amazement, or admiration, as if someone is starstruck by something incredible, essentially conveying a sense of being deeply impressed or awestruck by something. So, based on the context here, I don't know if they're awestruck by me or if I'm supposed to be awestruck by who they are. I think it's the latter. I think I'm supposed to guess who they are, and once I find out, I'm going to be like, oh my God. But I like this one because there's an air of mystery to it. It makes me want to participate. Like, I want to guess who this person is. What if it's somebody cool? You know? So, I appreciate that they're they're putting some bait on the hook. They're appealing to my sense of like I love mystery boxes. I love randomness. I love getting something and not knowing what's in there and opening it up and then being disappointed and then buying another one because maybe that one will have the thing you want in there and all that. So this is kind of that in text form and pretty good. But then number 1, the best scam text I have ever received, at least on this phone, is, "Hey mate, interested in joining me for some scrumptious lamb chops and steak tonight?" Which, when I read this, I almost said yes. Like, like hanging out and having some scrumptious lamb chops and steak sounds fucking great, honestly. And people don't use the word scrumptious enough. Scrumptious is a nice word. It's like, I want to have something scrumptious. If you got scrumptious stuff, yeah, I'll come over. It's just, out of all of these, this is the one that just it appeals to me the most, and it's I would be friends with this text if this text could manifest into a corporeal form. I would be friends with this text, but I still didn't respond to it, so I guess mission failed. But whoever wrote this, I do want to congratulate you. You did the best you could, and that's all you can really do.